Alright guys, Forsaken TikTok has become one of the most toxic parts of the community, constantly criticizing everything that happens. So today, we're going over some of the wildest TikToks I found and breaking down what's actually going on. So this TikTok was going on about the purple guy skin and how it's been scrapped, saying they should just give us 10,000 more Vocaloid skins instead. They were showing off everything Alexis Funny has been working on that still hasn't been greenlit to release. With this, there were a bunch of comments talking about how the game is a slop fest with cool animations, saying you can't play unless you're lucky or it's pay to win. That's literally just a skill issue. The game has nothing that makes it pay to win. It's just the skins that seem like they are, but they really don't do much. Then someone said their Go Gate is getting added to Midsaken, with people replying about how dumb that comment is, like, they're getting angry that their favorite character is being added to Forsaken. Another person mentioned how a Caillou Universe fan was calling Forsaken mid, even though this skin was already planned to come back. It's just getting a remodel. A lot of comments were also talking about how bad the fandom is, saying that's what ruins these reference-based skins from ever getting added to the game. This skin would have brought back so many players, since the Go Gator reference and design are exactly what people wanted. But the whole joke about it getting scrapped for more Vocaloid skins is what most people are disappointed about, that it might never come to the game. Well, the skin does have new animations from Alex that will probably get new SFX too, but right now it's still in limbo, so we'll have to wait for confirmation on whether it'll actually release. Are these people on TikTok right, or are they just reaching? This TikTok is genuinely crazy. Someone found a cosplayer of Time in-game, and they were wearing over clothes of Time, with some mocking how bad it is when you tell Time fans not to do this. Oh, the horror! People were saying how some Time cosplayers react when you tell them to dress in regular clothes, and honestly, it's bad. Someone even said a cultist would never wear clothes like that, which makes sense, but still, these cosplayers are doing way too much. We even got Azure responding, claiming that they will not be cracking that, which led to a bunch of people saying they'd crack instead. You know it's bad when Azure doesn't even want to touch this. This is just too much for the Forsaken fanbase. Someone even asked for the outfit code, which they definitely shouldn't be asking for, since that'll get you banned from Forsaken and it's not supported by the team. And honestly, that's so true. Their parents probably paid for the Robux for that skin, but of course, they don't check what their child is buying on Roblox. Out of all the problems, this one's being called Retroslop's final boss, even though it has nothing to do with Retroslop. And the main problem here is how sus the skin is. Mainly, these sus cosplayers in Forsaken have made people quit the game and just want to forget about it entirely, making the whole Forsaken community look bad. It even has Time fans hating being one, due to the bad apples who ruin the entire character with unnecessary and disgusting designs of him. This really does seem like a huge problem with certain fans that won't be stopping anytime soon. So a whole argument started from a TikTok talking about the haters who say, Forsaken sucks, while playing games like Brookhaven, Grow a Garden, and others. Some people were saying that all those games are better than Forsaken, but honestly, games like Steal a Brainrid and Grow a Garden are mid compared to it. This could have just been rage bait, but overall, it's the user's personal opinion on Forsaken. It's not really possible to compare Brookhaven and Forsaken, since they're into completely different genres. Who's worse, the haters of Forsaken or the players? Then a bunch of people started calling Forsaken a bad copy of Dead by Daylight, even though the game is only inspired by it. People keep saying Forsaken copied the exact mechanics and everything about DBD, which doesn't make sense. It's like saying every asymmetrical horror game that came after DVD is automatically a copy. We also have people complaining about not being able to jump in game, but with Viranika coming soon, that'll finally be possible. Honestly, that's just a skill issue. Stamina exists so you can juke the killer and survive, so calling Forsaken trash for that reason makes no sense. A lot of people who hate on the game haven't even played it. They just repeat what others say, calling the creator unemployed and the game mid. Then, with some complaining about the main game mechanic of AHGs, running, they probably found it difficult to manage stamina and gave up instantly. They were also expecting too much from Forsaken, just like with other horror games such as Doors, which only recently added jumping in floor to switch up the gameplay. Players who've actually spent time in Forsaken. Still, most of this is just personal opinion, but even so, the post got a ton of backlash for calling out the haters. We actually have speedrunners searching up the weird side of Forsaken to see how fast it comes up on TikTok, and it only took 6 seconds to find the sus. Some even suggested searching up Pillar Chase, which at first seems fairly normal and about the actual game, but in reality, it's bait making fun of Forsaken to show they have a better and less weird fandom. Even searching up Forsaken character shows some very disturbing images of bloated. This stuff really needs to be deleted and banned from TikTok. But then, a lot of comments said that people claiming Forsaken isn't bad, it's just the fandom shouldn't talk, saying it's not true that it's only the fandom and not the players. Then again, some of the players, like we saw earlier with the cosplayer, can make the fandom look much worse. Some defended why this only happens to Forsaken compared to other fandoms, saying it's literally because it's Forsaken, but others pointed out it happens in games like Minecraft or Fortnite too. The difference is, when you search those up, you mostly see edits or simple clips, but with the Forsaken fandom, it's just weird. With that, some were saying not even Dandy's World is as bad as this, though that fandom has its own issues too. It's insane that none of this content gets taken down and is still fully running on TikTok. There seriously needs to be a change on the platform. So there was a new sneak peek released that seems to be an LMS or an enraged ability used by either guest 666 called Bloodhunt. Then the Outcome Memories fanbase started going after Forsaken fans, claiming guest 666's new ability was copied. Honestly, this just made things worse, since both sides began fighting over something minor, with people pointing out that stole emotes from Forsaken, even though they're just popular dances or references Forsaken added to the game. Others argued that the rage mode concept existed in other games long before Ohm. Of course, some called it trash, but this idea is simple enough that anyone could have come up with it, and the Ohm fandom seems to be attacking Forsaken fans for no reason. With the Ohm fandom acting just like the PC to fandom, obsessed with bringing Forsaken down, is the fandom really in the wrong here? So yeah, Forsaken TikToks become a wild place. Some of it's funny, some of it's just pure chaos. Will it ever become normal? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news.